I'm an IT professional and an entrepreneur, running a boutique software company over the last 15 years. And this is my second stint at entrepreneurship, and the first one was more of a freelancer, where I got stuck after about 10 years of my journey. I gave up that journey and decided to take up an international job to get the management experience of working in a large organization, as well as a healthy international exposure. I'm a big promoter of organization culture and creating a great place to work, and also strongly believe in balance of life. So I like to do a lot of things with passion. I never go to extremes of anything. I don't want to be the best in anything. I want to be a jack of all trades, and I want my company also to be balanced. So that's why this constant focus on fun element as well. I want people to be relaxed. I want people to work hard. It's not that I want people to become lazy, but I feel the hard work should come because they want to, because everybody wants to, because they realize that that's the only way to lead a successful professional life. That's how I lead my life. I work extremely hard, and yet I play hard too. So I have fun. I have fun with friends. I think my LinkedIn statement says that many a times my tagline is partying with friends. Aapna is the Sanskrit word for reliable. So long time back when we started the company and when we were searching for a name, we wanted to be identified with that name, and so we decided that the biggest tenet that we are, what we represent, I represent, and what I would like my organization and every team member to be representing is that I'm reliable. If you give me something, you can rely on me getting it done. And it could be as simple as sending me a meeting link for 11 o'clock and being sure that 11 baje Abhijit pahunch jayega. That is being reliable. Agar 11 baje nahi pahunchega, you should be worrying that there must be something wrong, because neither has he reached nor has he informed me. It's very simple tenets like this that basically boils down to being reliable, and we wanted the Indian element to it because we operate internationally, but we don't want to lose our Indian flavor. So we use the Sanskrit word for reliable, which is Aapna. The whole Aapna is run like a family. My biggest pride is that a lot of people in the company say that it is absolutely like a family-like environment. And I truly, truly believe that as professionals, most of us are going to spend majority of our time at our workplace. You're going to spend 8 to 10 hours working, right? And you're not going to, that's the biggest activity in your life. You're not going to spend that much time doing anything else in your life. You're going to work for 8 to 10 hours. You're going to eat for a couple of hours. You're going to spend time with family for a couple of hours. You're going to play for a couple of hours. But 10 hours, you're going to be at work. So you better enjoy it. So I keep telling people, if you're not enjoying your work, you leave and find a place where you will enjoy. Either learn to enjoy what you're doing currently or change your situation. So you must enjoy, and that enjoyment results in happiness. So I'm a strong promoter of being happy. You must always think that, am I happy? If I'm not happy, what is coming in my way? And I must get rid of that. In an industry where there aren't a lot of companies which are reliable, we have unfortunately over the years created a not so reliable reputation in the international arena. So especially smaller organizations. A lot of like we operate in Australia. A lot of people in Australia believe that Indians are not reliable. So we are trying to break that taboo, so to say. Our approach has always been employee first. In fact, we don't like to use the word employees. We like to say Apna Bandas, we like to say team members, as we think everyone is the owner of the company, and that's what you see at Apna. When you meet our team, you will be amazed by the sense of ownership displayed by them. Right from the time that you apply for a job, when you meet our recruiter, our head recruiter is Naveen, and many a new joinee has come and told me that, oh my God, I thought Naveen was the owner of the company. And we are 175 people, so he's a recruiter, and I would say a senior recruiter, but he's not a leader of the organization or anything. But every guy in my organization presents that kind of passion. They work with full ownership. And I personally, and hopefully as I am driving the organization, a lot of my core philosophies are being adopted by our leaders also. A lot of fellow entrepreneurs or clients also, it's a common tenet to believe that client is God, client comes first, blah blah blah. I say no, my team member comes first. So for me, even in our induction program, I tell every new joinee that my job is to serve you. I am spending all my day figuring out how to make life great for you, how to make you happy. And if I will do that with extreme passion, you will automatically be happy. And if you're happy, you will realize that you will automatically serve the customers of the company. And we see that happening. Our success today is because of that. Many a times people, when we had offices, now of course we are virtual, but when we had offices, you would walk into my office, and I have had timeless examples where people would say that there is an aura in your organization. When we have walked into many companies, but when we walk into your office, there is life. So you feel the energy in the room, you feel that there is a positive energy in the room, which is not there in many places. And it would take me by surprise because I've never seen anything else. Now that we are virtual, we are trying to replicate all of that. We have got a lot of innovative schemes. Like I told you, we have a meeting allowance, which allows every up night in any city. If you have a fellow, if you have a fellow up night in the same city, go out, have a drink with him, have a coffee with him, go play some games, or just find a co-working place and work together. It's all paid for by the company. So we are, I think, at the forefront of innovating how a virtual company should operate. And when I go to visit clients, I have we don't serve a lot of clients, so even we are picky about the clients. We don't like to work with clients who are abusive or who want you to work too hard and get things done in half the time. I mean, we do work hard and we do work late nights. I never tell my team to work late night, but I have had multiple examples of a client calling me up in the morning to say, मैंने तेरे को call किया बताने के लिए कि तेरी team कल सारी रात काम कर रही थी. Or and I know that your team will not even come and tell you that. That's what I take pride in. And when such things happen, I have tears in my eyes. So when I go to my clients, and these are big clients, okay, one of our biggest clients, our closest competitor was a 3,000 people company. They had extremely talented people on the floor, and but 2 years into the engagement, none of them are there. We are the only vendor, because all the other and our clients also regularly, nobody ever calls us a vendor, they call us partners. And that's the philosophy that I lead by. And when I go to my client's place, people walk up to me to tell me that Abhijit, you have an amazing team. I want to share. I'm in the industry for 15 years. I've worked with multiple companies. I've worked with multiple offshore teams. And there's always a conflict between onshore and offshore, but your team is absolutely amazing. They work absolutely like our own teams. It's almost like every up night is a part of our organization. And that's what I take pride in. Fundoo Friday. So I run a service organization.
Okay.
So I don't know if you're aware, but every service organization or every service entrepreneur's dream is to own a product. And so all my career, I have endeavored to start product journeys of my own. Professionally, as a service itself, we have it's part of our job to develop software for other product journeys. So I have been part of product journeys, many product journeys, where the product was somebody else's, but I was the developer or my team was the development team. And so we have watched closely many product journeys, and always I have endeavored, and I have started many product journeys of my own. All of them have failed at different levels. Fundoo Friday is my current product journey, where as the pandemic hit, before that we used to always reserve a place in our office for having fun. So we used to always have a dart board, then a carom board, and then when we had a bigger office, we had a small TT table. So we've always had a fun area and where people would go to relax. So when the pandemic hit and we became virtual, we were missing that section of life. So we started virtual fun rooms where people would just get together and have fun. I mean, it started by various different types of games that HR started playing using regular communication tools like Zoom, Skype and all. And I started feeling that these tools are not meant to play games. These tools are basically meant to communicate and work. So they did not have any features to enable fun. And that's how Fundoo Friday concept was built. And so we decided to build a platform where people can have fun. So, I mean, your organization could adopt Fundoo Friday and play games, not only on Fridays, any day of the week that you feel like having fun. You could register. Right now, it is absolutely free because it is at the beginning of the journey. We have built already, there are 3 games on Fundoo Friday. And it's our endeavor to build a game every quarter and keep adding more and more games. And enable people to not only come there and have fun, absolutely zero element of trying to educate people or motivate people or any such dilution of the fun element. So it's a purely fun platform. Most platforms out there try to say, oh, you know what, our gaming platform educates people, our gaming platform increases productivity. I say no, it's purely fun. Ensure that people have fun, an element of fun at office, and that productivity and everything else will automatically fall in place. So that's what Fundoo Friday is. It's a purely fun platform, but meant for offices. And so people can collaborate on people can play with each other, with teams, etc. And I think the initial traction is good. We have 2-3 registrations every week. We have a dozen odd companies using it actively right now. And we are still in its inception stage. We will be starting a free paid module very soon. COVID. I mean, you think about COVID, everybody was reeling. And I said, wow, we are going to save all the rent. So I was the first one to... March mein hua. By June, I shut down my first office permanently. एंड इवन जून तक मैं लोगों से लड़ के बंद किया है, क्योंकि मैंने बोला बंद कर दो अब ये, लेट्स गो वर्चुअल. पीपल सेड नहीं अभी खुल जाएगा. मैंने कहा खुलने का भी क्या फायदा है, अभी तक 2 महीने when it shut down, nobody knew, right, that it will be shut down for so long, right? We of course anticipated it. I was lucky to have a friend who told me, Abhijit, ये situation बड़ा खराब होने वाला है, घर पे खाना वाना स्टॉक कर ले. तो मैंने घर पे आके मेरी वाइफ को बोला, she laughed me off. She said, नहीं क्या बात कर रहे हो, ऐसे थोड़ा ना होता है कि खाना स्टॉक कर लो. After 2 days, people started realizing, it started getting higher and higher. We started distributing soap in office and disinfectants and all that kind of stuff started happening. But we quickly said कि बंद कर दो ऑफिस. और हमने दिल्ली में, you are in Delhi only, ना? So दिल्ली में जिस दिन लॉकडाउन हुआ है नेशन वाइड, उसके 3 दिन बाद हुआ था पहला लॉकडाउन. Delhi declared 3 days before, and we shut down our office 3 days before that. So we spent a week before that preparing. So we were not caught off guard. We were not locked down. We locked ourselves. And so we made all the preparations. We sent everybody home with their machines, and we said, "Bhaiya, abhi घर से काम करो." पर we did not realize कि उसके बाद हम ऑफिस ही नहीं जा पाएंगे, right? So when after 2 months we opened our office, I was amazed that my server room was running like, server room में 2 महीने से AC चल रहा था 24 घंटे, and peak of summer, April, May end में जाके हमने ऑफिस खोला. मैंने कहा वाओ यार, this is who says India doesn't have infrastructure? So our server room was running perfectly fine. Obviously, our office was pretty dirty, but we quickly shut down the first office, which was a smaller office. I kept insisting कि बड़ा वाला office बंद कर दो, बड़ा वाला office बंद कर दो. We had started the big office just 4 months before that. In November 2019, we moved into our first big office, which had a full cafeteria, which had a TT table. We put in a lot of money. So there was a lot of emotion connected with it, right? We had finally come to a big office, which had a full cafeteria. तो कोई बंद करने को तैयार नहीं था. मैंने कहा ये तो चलने वाला है और नहीं भी चले, so let's reinvent. Because as a virtual company, which now we can see, we are leading. As a office, हम जितना मर्जी बढ़िया कर लें, इतने बड़े बड़े offices हैं. You know, you will never have an office which people will say, oh wow, what a great office. Yes, you, like I said, you come in and they will say, wow, people. But infrastructure was just about there, you know. I'm sure you are also starting a new company. कितना ही बढ़िया होगा infrastructure compared to, say, the Infosys of the world, which have flashy glass buildings and all. But today we are competing with even Infosys of the world in being the front runners in innovating best practices for work from home, which they can't because they are so big. They can't actually manage 5 lakh people all working from home. They just can't manage that. You know, we can. So COVID was a boon for us. We were 100 people in March 2020. Today we are close to 200. Since last year, I've been thinking, खाली बोलने से नहीं चलेगा, करके दिखाना पड़ेगा. So we want to build the organization structure in a way that people actually own pieces of the company. So I started exploring ESOPs about a year back. It's very difficult for a service organization of our size to think about ESOPs. But we explored, we understood, we hired consultants, we figured it all out. And this time in Goa, I actually distributed significant part of the company across multiple stakeholders. So we now have almost 50% of our company team members own small pieces of the company. So they are all actual owners.
Okay.
They own stock options right now. So the way stock options work is that you own shares over a period of time. But everybody now, I hope this ESOP will take us to an entirely different level. Run after something which is there with you. Nobody else can take it away.